All right, we've now going to focus on the story. Residents of Nelson Mandela Bay in the Eastern Cape, after feeling the brunt of the power outages, as at the moment they are left without water as well. The residents are getting used to life without electricity. Now, the other challenge they are facing is dry taps. The power outages have impacted pumps in the metro's water reservoirs, and a number of areas in Gqeberha have been plunged into darkness following the collapse of 2 electrical towers. We've got the mayor with us, the Nelson Mandela Metro Mayor, Babalwa Lobishe. Mayor, thank you. Thank you very much for your time. You yourself are going through major issues. You don't have water or light at your residence. Perhaps we can begin. We don't have too much time, so I'm just going to ask you to sort of get as much as we can in. How dire and far spread is the situation?
Well, this situation has affected 9 wards in our city and in the western side of town. And the situation, we are trying to manage it as much as possible. And I think with the help of our private contractors, we managed to bring back the towers. Out of the 6 towers that were supposed to be installed, we've replaced them with monopoles, and all 6 are up this morning. So today it's a matter of us rewiring the system so that testing can happen. Possibly we will be revising much shorter the time of the 14 days. Remember, we said to residents it's 14 days, so it might get to only 5 days.
Okay.
So that we are able to normalize the situation.
So 5 days as of counting today, is that it? Are you saying that basically, if best case scenario?
Today is the 4th day.
Okay, so it could be back up tomorrow.
Today is the 4th day. It could be back up tomorrow because today it's going to be back in terms of putting back the lines on the monopoles.
What caused this? What caused the collapse of electricity towers on Thursday?
Well, sadly so, it's vandalism and the gale force winds. Vandalism is happening on towers that have been in existence in that area since the 70s, and there has never been any threat to it, but piece by piece they are taking out of those towers.
And have you got evidence of this, the fact that this is vandalism? Because I know that you're blaming it on vandalism and the weather, but in terms of the evidence, because people are not believing you, because they feel that this is a lack of maintenance more than weather and vandalism. It's not the first time this has happened.
Well, it's not the first time, it's even the last time. It was man-made. When ESCOM came in and did their own analysis, they found out that the collapse was not made because of the erosion, but the towers were cracked and pushed deliberately. So the same pattern, we've seen it happening, and we are of the view that as the city, we must now secure our sites. But it's quite unfortunate because we have competing priorities when it comes to electricity infrastructure. One would remember that our informal settlements have increased in the city, and all of those settlements need to be supplied with electricity. And if we are now going to focus on anti-vandalism and increase security costs, it's going to have a bearing on how we then prioritize supplying those informal settlements that are new, and also other settlements that have challenges of electricity.
So are you basically denying that this has nothing to do with the fact that there is no maintenance that's being performed? Even though this has happened before, we saw this happening in August 2024, We saw it again in May 2025. You were mayor at the time of that particular incident, where another single tower collapsed because of corrosion, leading to localized outages. And now, of course, this massive collapse where 2 additional of these towers actually fell down. And this is the same line of towers. I mean, they're not different. They're all the same. So you say this has nothing whatsoever to do with maintenance.
And maintenance, denying is a very harsh word, but I can say to South Africans, part of it is maintenance, but a large part of it is a sabotage.
So if it's sabotage,
and we can prove
okay, good. So you can prove it. So I want to know,
we can prove it as the city because there
is
are
there an investigation? Has anyone been arrested? Is there an investigation? Has anyone been arrested? Do you know who the culprits are?
No, we don't know who the culprits are, because our focus, even on the first one, was not to the culprits, but to supply energy as needed. Even now, in the meeting with all the council party leaders, there was a suggestion that we must open a case, and we are following that up with the manager. You can interview me even tomorrow. I'll give you an update in terms of that. But in terms of the analysis, I am very much confident that there is a hand, an external hand that is sabotaging the supply in the area.
So are maintenance...
So hence we said...
Is maintenance up to date,
Let's analyze the whole...
Great, no problem, and I respect you for that, and we will invite you again to get an update on that. But if we look at maintenance logs, are they up to date? Are you sure that the maintenance is fine?
The maintenance is not up to date, but it's not at a level where there would be a collapse of a tower. It's not up to date because I said we had competing priorities, and it's not to a level where towers would collapse.
Businesses have been closed.
It's at a level where...
Businesses are closed, people are about to lose jobs, residents are struggling, frail care centres are struggling to keep up. This is a dramatic situation, and one where there needs to be accountability. You say that you've got evidence that this has been vandalized. You don't know who did it. You don't know. It's not the first time, and that's the reality. I mean, now there's no water in many areas. So you're dispatching water tankers, I imagine, but at what cost? Because that's, again, another massive cost.
Yes, dispatching water tankers. The blame we can push one-sided. There is organized crime. And if we are not going to deal with organized crime and want to assume responsibility, we would be faltering even how we deal with the real problem. And I'm saying we are, as the municipality, going to follow up on the culprits. We've opened a joint operating center where we assist businesses and those who are not without water. Okay. The issue of maintenance of the towers, we've already costed it yesterday. We are going to make sure that the city's towers are changed to modern ones that are not prone to vandalism. But as I say, the budget is not enough for us to go all at once.
May I get
there are competing priorities.
Mayor? Thank you, Mayor. And the connection I know is not good as well, but I want to get a confirmation from you, yes or no. There are reports, this one particularly from the Daily Maverick, that you need about 10 million rand to restore the power. Is that correct?
Your line broke.
Just
the reports on what?
10 million rand that Daily Maverick are reporting that you need to restore power. Is that an accurate amount? Is that what is needed after what's happening?
Yes, it's what is needed.
Okay, you know what, Mayor, if you do accept our invitation, we would like to invite you to come back tomorrow. I think there's a lot that needs to be discussed, and as you mentioned, there's perhaps a lot that'll come out of today's meeting. So we hope to see you back online tomorrow with an update, and we can quiz you more. So Nelson Mandela Metro Mayor Babalwa Lobishe, thank you. Thank you for talking to us here. Nelson Mandela Bay water and power crisis, a very bad one at the moment, and we'd like to get some answers from the Mayor.